I'm Luke Spankar alongside
Nikki Saracini, and I'm really excited for this game. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, you got two great teams here. Mepham Pirates sitting at a 4-1 record, and then New Hyde Park Gladiators sitting at a 2-3 record.
Yeah, I'm really thinking this is very important for both teams because Mepham's coming off of a loss last week, and New Hyde Park got a win last week, and they're looking to have consecutive wins.
Yeah, consecutive wins will be huge for this New Hyde Park team, as you said, with that Mepham loss last week, 44-7 to Garden City. Not the best look for this Pirates team. This defense has been great all year, but hopefully they can keep that moving forward. And looking at the three keys here.
Yeah, first key, protect the ball. They definitely want to protect it and not let the other team get the ball and have it at their possession. And play field position. They just need to play the way that they know how to play and have everyone play together and just do what they need to do. And then limit penalties. They just don't want to draw too many and have stoppages. And then,
Yeah, you got to play that field position for that Gladiators team. It'll be huge for them to keep working forward and progressing in that situation. And they won last week. Great win against a great MacArthur team, seeing with a 19-16 win. It's important for them to keep moving forward. Maybe they can knock off the second seed. Mepham Pirates could be huge for their momentum swing.
Yeah, definitely. And a win that close is it's important to bring that into the next game, bring that energy that they had to just get a big win here. They'll definitely be looking for that to kind of just move forward with it, with that momentum and keep it going.
Yeah, I think for this Pirates team, I think you can exploit this Gladiators kind of weaker secondary with Adam Ehrlichman and your receivers like Ryan McCabe, Mikey Grizzard, and Lucas Eagleson. You have a number of them. I think you can exploit this secondary, and this passing attack can be huge. And that can also open up holes in the running game for Lenny Chan and Jack Weber.
Yeah, definitely. I think using their best players is definitely important to just have everyone work together and create an offense that they had in the first three games. Creating 20 to 30 point offense is really important for them.
Yeah, you're trying to have a bounce back win here. You're trying to have a statement game for this Pirates team going into playoffs, going into an ending season, and for these three keys, you got to be more physical. Finish your plays and fast start. As we said so many times, this is going to be a big game to see who the Pirates are. This fast start's going to be huge. See who the Pirates are coming off a loss from Garden City. Who is this team and who is this team going to take adversity from? And it's going to be huge for this Pirates team going forward.
Yeah, it's going to be really huge for them to not get down on themselves, really pick each other up and make sure that no matter what, they're just going and fighting hard for the win.
Yeah, fighting hard for the win is going to be very important for this Pirates team, as we're going to see throughout that. We've said it many times. This Pirates defense is elite. You have guys like James Coates, Shockey Davidoff. In this defensive line, you have a number of guys there. It's star-studded. And I think this is one of the best defenses on Long Island. And I think that it can help them win this game and shutting out this New Hyde Park offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2 of their 3 games that they won this season have been shutouts, so they definitely have that offense and they have that capability, so they just have to bring it today and make that possible.
Yeah, and we're going to send it down to Brandon Catalina and Dylan Wigdor.
Thanks, guys. We're here at the BMB Game of the Week where we're getting underway. The Mepham Pirates just won the coin toss and chose to defer. I'm Brandon Catalina here alongside Dylan Wigdor. Dylan, what do you think we're going to see?
So, I see that the Mepham Pirates deferred to kick the ball into the wind, but when they get the ball, they're going to be running with the wind. So let's see how this game turns out, Brandon.
Yeah, Ryan Bayer's such a good kicker. He's now booting it away as we're underway. Bayer with the nice kickoff. Returns is New Hyde Park, and it's bobbled right there. Mepham all over it. That is Genovese with a great start for the game for the Pirates.
Yeah, Genovese, he's a running back and a linebacker. What a great stop there to start the game.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons why the Pirates chose to kick to the win. They have so much trust in Bayer to just take a great boot, get them into great field position.
Yeah, as New Hyde Park offense coming onto the field.
So, Mepham coming off a very tough loss to Garden City last week. How do you think they're going to try rebounding?
I really think that they're going to bounce back this game. They're on their own turf. They got to protect the ball. That's one of their keys to the game. They had a lot of interceptions last game, and they got to keep it going this game.
Yeah, they had 2 picks this last game. Not what you want to see. Now we're underway. First snap of the game by New Hyde Park. And it's a false start on New Hyde Park, and they're going to be backed up 5 yards.
Yeah, not a great start there for the New Hyde Park offense. They're already deep in Mepham territory. They cannot get any deeper here.
Yeah, no team. The quarterback, for New Hyde Park, 2 touchdowns and ranked 24th in the county. How do you think he's going to impact the game?
24th in the county, that's a great spot to be. I feel like he can easily get a lot of points on the board here.
Yeah, they also have Lucas Renadol, who's 12th in the county with 7 touchdowns. So he's definitely another player you want to look out for. As Nutine is under center, ready to take the snap. Calling an audible. Calling motion, snaps it here with the carry, and it's eaten up right away. No room to work with.
Yeah, as Davidoff was in on the pile.
Yeah, that's a good tackle right there by the Pirates. Davidoff with a nice tackle.
Yeah, Davidoff really got in there, stopped the run, stopped it quickly, and that's what the Mepham Pirates have to do to bounce back from that big loss.
Yeah, he's a running back and linebacker. Sometimes you'll see him there running the football, but normally he's a starting linebacker and you can get a ton of tackles. As New Hyde Park breaks the huddle right here, 2nd and 16. Game just started, false start. That's how they backed up 5 yards. Nutine under center. Takes the snap here with the play fake, looking for a run, but nowhere. Once again, taken down by a swarm of Pirates.
He got eaten up right there, just swarmed by a bunch of black jerseys.
Yeah, that's a good play right there. Pirates exactly the start they want. 3rd and 16 now. They can really let up, 10 yards and force a punt.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they're going to play like a zone defense here. Make sure that they do not get the first down at any costs.
Yeah, the Pirates, I talked to the coach Mazika before the game. He said they really wanted a fast start. The last 2 games, they have not been able to get off fast, and he says that's one of their top priorities this game when I talked to him.
Yeah, they do 2 pick sixes last game. They cannot do that this game if they want a chance to beat.
As no team with the snap, rolling out to the left, looking and caught right there by the New Hyde Park team, and it is going to set up a 4th and short. Nice play for 14 yards right there.
Yeah, you think they're going to run the tush push?
Maybe. I don't know how good their tush push is, but you can definitely see a QB run. Nutine is definitely more of a scrambler type, as we have a replay here of a nice play right there. Very nice catch by New Hyde Park.
Yeah, New Hyde Park, they're trying to get that first down. Now they have an actual opportunity from 3rd and 16 to 4th and 1.
As it was Brendan Rooney with the catch. Last game he had 56 receiving yards, and he's going to want to try continuing that. Here we go. They're in formation. Nutine tries drawing them off sides, and he does, and it's going to be a Pirate who jumps right there. New Hyde Park, first down.
Yep, that was the goal. Get them off sides or get a run in.
And the rest are disgusting. Oh, they called a false start. I thought he jumped, but it looked like New Hyde Park jumped first.
Yeah, false start on the offense. Gets them from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. Much bigger hole now.
Yeah, now they have to bring out the punt team. That's my fault right there. I really thought it was the Pirate who jumped, but it looked like there was probably a hand that moved a little early.
Yeah.
As we have Grizzard and Eagleston back there for the Pirates looking to return. Grizzard and Eagleston, both two-way players, both play wide receiver and cornerback. 2 of their key players, they're both very huge weapons. Eagleston, 4 touchdowns last week, or not last week, 4 touchdowns on the year and 225 yards.
Yeah, and Grizzard, starting corner, he's their best corner.
Yeah, and the punt underway, almost blocked right there, going to Grizzard. Grizzard catches it, no one near him. Grizzard takes it out to the 50, looking for space, and he's taken down. Very nice tackle right there by New Hyde Park.
Yeah, after the catch, he got around 16 to 17 yards there.
Yeah, very nice play by both sides right there, as it looked like it was Locker on the tackle. As very nice time of the game. Mepham's offense coming on the field, and we're going to send it down to Hallie with the studio.
We're down at the field where the score is currently 0-0 against Mepham and New Hyde Park. Today we have one of our great players, Lenny Ackman, on the field. He's today he's had so far in the season 59 carries, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns this season. He is a great running back, and we're gonna have a great game today. So that's all from me. Back to our sportscasters.
And we're back underway. Mepham's first play of the game was a 1 yard short. Errolman under center right here, takes the snap, drops back, looking for a quick pass, gets it to Grizzard. Grizzard able to get a good amount of yards and looks like he has the first down.
Yeah, Adam Ehrlichman, the sophomore QB, finds his junior target there.
Yeah, Ehrlichman last year led the JV Pirates to an undefeated season, and he's definitely a very important player.
He's gotten better every week. He's a young leader for this team. He has 43 completions, 561 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, as you have H.A. in the background, who they were just talking about, very, very skilled player, starter last year. Ehrlichman takes the snap, goes to him, looking up the middle, and able to get taken down for a short gain.
Yeah, speaking of H.A., he must have heard you. Had a very powerful run out there.
Yeah, he's a guy, fights for every yard. As we have the BMB morning announcements, definitely a show you want to check out. Make sure to tune into it. It gives you announcements every Friday, so you can see people on it like me. I've been on it a couple times, and it keeps you up in news with stories.
Yeah, absolutely, as Ehrlichman snaps it.
And it's caught right there for a short gain for about 4 yards right there. It's McCabe on the catch. Pirates now have a 3rd and 6.
Adam is a young leader for this team, as Coach said.
Yeah, definitely a young leader who has a good arm, and he throws a very nice spiral, so he can throw it very deep.
And 2 of his targets already have completions, and Lucas Eagleston and Michael Grizzard.
Yep. As Ehrlichman back to take the snap, takes it, looking for a short pass, takes the screen over to Eagleston. Eagleston trying to get some yardage, not able to get much, and it leads to a 4th and 4. So interesting. You can't really kick a field goal. You can't really punch it. They're probably going to go for it.
I agree. I feel like that Eagles special team is giving them hope.
Yeah, Bayer has 2 field goals on the year, but this is just out of reach for high school, it looks like, especially kicking into the wind. As the Pirates are ready to go for it here. 4th down and 4. Adam Ehrlichman back ready to take the snap. Takes it, looking for the short pass. No one open, looking to run it, trying to get there, and taken down and fumbles. But the refs marking the spot. Fumbled out of bounds. Just short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's great defense by New Hyde Park. They didn't have the best offensive stint, but they bounced back. Defense came out and showed up.
Yeah, now it's going to be the Pirates' turn. Last time the Pirates, they were dominant, so we're going to see how this New Hyde Park offense adjusts. And talking about New Hyde Park, last week they had a nice win against MacArthur to get their record to 2-3. Tell me more.
Yeah, New Hyde Park, one of their keys to the game is to protect the football. They had a great stop there on defense, and they got the football away from Mepham, which caused them to get back on offense.
Yeah, definitely, as they break the huddle, looking for the play. 1st down and 10, 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Back underway. Takes the snap, rolling out right. That's not their normal quarterback. Gets tackled right there for a big loss. That was Ronadell, the running back, taking the snap in the Wildcat.
Yeah, that was a big Wildcat move there, Brandon.
Yeah, Rinaldi, as we said before, 12th in the county, but right there he was able to get taken down very easily by Cracky for a loss of 4.
Yeah, that's why you got to look out for him, 12th in the county.
Yeah, they definitely were prepared. It looked like they pretty much knew what play was coming. Now, 2nd and 14, they haven't been able to go really forward. What do you think they're going to do?
So earlier they did get a false start. They have to limit penalties. That was one of their keys to the game. They have to limit the penalties.
Yeah, certainly can't get backtracked again here as they're ready for the snap. Takes it with the run, has a hole, gets through it, but then a great tackle right there for the Pirates to limit him to about a gain of 6.
Yeah, that was a great run. That will be 3rd down.
Yeah, they had a hole, but that was just a nice play by the Pirates to limit it. And now 3rd and 9 here.
That was a 7-yard run to bring up 3rd down.
As the Mepham Pirates are looking to get the ball back on offense and stop them from scoring.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes to go here. Going to be interesting to see what they run. Nutine at quarterback. He's probably going to look for a quick pass.
Yeah, he's 32 for 58, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he is 24th in the county.
Yeah, new team ready to throw it. Takes this, does not take the snap. There's a whistle here, and it's going to be a timeout on New Hyde Park. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go here. 0-0. Both teams not really to get much on offense. How do you think the defenses are doing?
The defenses are doing great so far. Nothing has happened on offense. Big donuts up for both teams. The offense for both teams has to improve, but the defense is looking awesome for both sides.
Yeah, the defense is able to just shut down every play. Not much has been open here. Both offenses are going to have to adjust their playbook a little bit in order to succeed.
Absolutely. As
4 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pirates and New Hyde Park Gladiators 0. Let's go back to some of the key players. You know, Mepham, someone else who we haven't talked about was Patrick Cloudman. He's their running quarterback. He has 2 touchdowns on the season, and he's another player to just watch out for, you know. He has 24 attempts rushing. When he's out there, they're going to probably run the football, and it's very hard for the defense to stop.
yeah, Mepham loves their quarterbacks. They have 3 amazing ones in Adam Ehrlichman, Patrick Cloudman, and Ryan Radicone. Ryan Radicone stepped up as a leader and as a hard worker.
Yeah, definitely one of the leadership players on the team, as now they're finally ready for the 3rd and 7. Ready to take the snap. Takes it, rolls out, fakes it, gets hit as he throws it, but he has him and just overthrown. He had him, but just not able to convert right there.
Yeah, that was just over the head of Brandon Rooney. He had 56 yards last game, but just a little short.
Yeah, as you saw, that was a great, just able to burn him. Pirates were able to bring some pressure, which probably impacted the throw.
As we see Eagleston ready for the punt return.
Yeah, last time Rizard took it. We'll see what happens this time. Pirates, last time, were very close to blocking it, so we'll see how this happens here.
Yeah, I've seen many punts, seen many blocks. Hopefully, both teams can show up on defense still.
Yeah, both teams' defense, as we have a replay here of the overthrow. As you saw, just overthrown by about 2 yards. Punt ready to get underway. A little high snap. Punts it over. Looking for Eagleston. Eagleston gets it, receives it about the 25, running it up to the 40, and gets hit hard. And he's still up, able to get to the 40 as we have a flag on the play.
New Hyde Park really got to Eagleston very quickly.
Yeah, they were able to deliver a hard hit, but it might be too hard. As the officials are discussing what they want to do.
It looked like unnecessary roughness.
They're discussing, and it looks like it's going to be on the Pirates, and they're going to be brought back. Yep, it's on the Pirates. They're getting brought back now. That return for just about nothing now. Now, penalty on the Pirates. They have it at the 25-yard line.
But in this spot, you have the guy to do it, Adam Ehrlichman. He is a great guy to have in these situations.
Yep, Cloudman now, though. They put the runner in at quarterback. We'll see what they want to do here. Cloudman ready. Takes the snap. Gives it over to Genovese. Genovese with a nice spin play. Stays on his feet and gets about 7 yards.
Yeah, Genovese. What a run right there.
Yeah, he's very fast. He's very hard to get tackled. And Cloudman is going to stay in. As you see, they keep, whenever he's in, he does fakes. But, you know, Dylan, do you know what's another show about sports?
Sports Talk. I mean,
Yes.
Sports Talk. I love sports, so you got to tune in if you love sports.
Yeah, you know, this last one had the soccer team on it as Cloudman has the run here, able to get the first down. But you saw last week the girls' soccer team was on it. You know, was always a great mic'd up segment, which was on the boys' soccer team. And then you had Mia Hafner versus Jake Maxwell, our very own, both of them, doing a nothing but net challenge in soccer. So definitely a show you want to tune into.
Yeah, absolutely. I love tuning in.
Yeah, Cloudman still at quarterback here, takes the snap, gives it over, but nothing there as they're pushing, but not able to get much, about a gain of 3.
Yeah, that was a very hard-felt run right there.
Yeah, that was back to Genovese. Genovese not able to get as much as he did last time. An interesting here is the Pirates do not have Achan in. So, they don't have their lead running back. They have Davidoff and they have Genovese. So we'll see what they want to do. They've been giving it to Genovese. We'll see if they switch it up. Vladimir audibling. Motions Crocky to the left. Vladimir takes the snap. Run. And it's going to be a false start on the Pirates.
Yeah, Mepham has to limit the flags. They have to have a strong. They've had a strong defense as one of their keys to the game, but they have to limit the flags on both sides.
Yeah, they definitely have to limit it, especially, neither offense is doing very good. So if you want to have a good offense, you can't commit penalties. As now, Erkelman is back in the game at quarterback, and Achan is back in the game at running back.
Yeah, the dynamic duo for this team.
Yep. Erkelman ready to take the snap. Takes the snap, looking back, looking for the throw. Has Grizzard, hits Grizzard, but just off the hands of Grizzard. Yeah. Just not able to convert.
Yeah, off the fingertips, and Grizzard slow to get up there.
Yeah, just not able to convert. Just off. That was a very nice defensive play, and that brings up a 3rd and very long.
Yeah, 3rd and long, but you have the guy to do it, Adam Ehrlichman. He has a very strong arm.
Yep, he does have a very strong arm, and, we'll see what they want to do here. They have 4 wide right now. They have HA in the backfield. They'll probably be looking for another play like that to get about 10 yards in the first down. This is Erkelman calling the play. Team's looking what it is. Erkelman back, ready to take the snap. Erkelman takes the snap, drops back, looks for the quick screen play to Achan. Achan with the catch, but not able to go anywhere. That's another tackle, and that's going to bring a Mepham punt.
Yeah, Achan, not usually stopped, has 59 carries, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the year, but he got stopped there by New Hyde Park.
Yeah, as Bayer's going to have to kick it into the wind here. We'll see how he can do it. This is his first punt. Last time Mepham turned it over on downs. This is just going to be a defensive battle, it looks like.
Absolutely, 0-0 with 1:35 left in the first quarter.
Yep, as they're ready. Bayer takes it, looks the punt, almost blocked right there, and now that's going to be out of bounds. The pressure got to him, and now New Hyde Park's going to be set up in very nice field position.
Absolutely. I feel like he got his fingertips on there.
Yeah, he might have been able to block that. It was pretty hard to see from here. That pressure, though, definitely led to something because usually he kicks it perfectly, but they're just off because he had almost no time he had to rush it.
Yeah, as the New Hyde Park offense coming back onto the field.
And we have Rutina back in at quarterback, taking it from the Wildcat. Ronaldo, as we've said it so many times, it's either him or Noteen in at quarterback, it looks like, and they're running the Wildcat here again.
Yeah, as we saw running onto the field is Nick Borum, who had a pick on the final play of last game.
Yeah, pick to seal it in a 19-16 win over MacArthur. Now, ready to take the snap right here. Takes the snap, looking for QB power, takes it up the middle, and able to get a gain of about 4.
Yeah, great stop there by the Mepham Pirates. He got a nice run, though.
Yeah, very nice run. If you keep doing that, then you're going to be guaranteed to score eventually because that's about all you need.
Absolutely.
And they're keeping him in at quarterback here. We'll see. I think they'll probably do it again, but we'll see right here.
As getting through to the quarterback there was the Mepham D-line.
Yeah, Mepham D-line. Mepham's defense as general has been very good this season. We'll see how they continue this game. New Hyde Park at the 42-yard line. Rindell at quarterback takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes it up the middle again, and another solid gain leads up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be the final play of the first quarter here.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to snap it. They could just try drawing Mepham off sides if they want to. And they're discussing what they want to do. Looks like they're going to just let the clock roll out. They're not in too much of a rush. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. and they're going to let it run out here. 0-0 after the first quarter. 38. They're at the 38-yard line here.
3rd and 1 to go.
Yep. And it's a 0-0 game. Very nice start to the game.
Thanks, Brandon and Dylan. And I'm Luke Spankar alongside
Sean Damiano.
Yeah, and Sean, what did you see in that first quarter?
You know, we've seen a very defensive game coming into the second quarter. Obviously, we see 0-0 going into this drive with New Hyde Park around midfield. You know, both these defenses have had a lot of good plays, seen a lot of punting going on so far, and it's just, you know, one of these offenses are going to be hoping to break out soon.
Yeah, as you said with the defense, this is what we've seen all year out of this Mepham defense. We've seen that they've had 3 shutouts so far this year against Long Beach as one of the BMB game of the weeks. But it's kind of unorthodox for this Pirate offense. Adam Ehrlichman, this offense, kind of a little stalling a little bit. Maybe they can pick things up going in the second quarter.
They do have a lot of good players coming out in this field. I guess it's just tough with that New Hyde Park defense coming out. We'll see what happens in the second quarter.
Yeah, that New Hyde Park defense has been tricky so far for this team. As we're going to see this Pirates defense come out. We're going to see the Wildcat formation again with Randell. Takes a direct snap. Goes up with the snap, and that's going to be out for 5 yards. That's a great run there by the Gladiators.
Yo, New Hyde Park really likes to do these quarterback power Wildcat formation kind of plays there. Rinaldi taking the snap, able to get that run up the middle. We're probably going to see that a lot this game from New Hyde Park.
Yeah, Rinaldi, the two-way guy, the middle linebacker also with 7 touchdowns on the year.
And now we'll see the Gladiators coming out in formation for this next play.
As we still have no quarterback in there. Borum taking the direct snap. Hands off to Magnoli, and he gets tackled around for a gain of 1.
You know, this New Hyde Park team playing a very backfield-like game. You know, we've seen a lot of running plays, a lot of quarterbacks. There we get a jet sweep to Emilior. Just didn't work out that good for them this time.
Yeah, Emilior couldn't make anything out of that Pirates defense there. And Nadi's still waiting on the sideline to get his call, get his chance to come in here. You're going to have that Wildcat formation again here with Randell and Mignoli.
Borum in the backfield as well.
Mignoli comes up with the direct snap. And that's going to be a gain about 5, and he's gang tackled by the Pirates. The Pirates get the stop there. And it's going to be 4th down.
You know, we'll see here if New Hyde Park elects to go for the really long field goal or if they're going to go for it here.
Sorry, excuse me, third and 8 here.
You know, this game we're playing with a bit of wind, so we'll see what happens if they are not able to get this 3rd down conversion. We'll see if they choose something like a field goal or a punt, or even if they do decide to go for it.
See if they can convert on this passing attempt here. You get Nadi back in there. Nadi rolls out to the right, tries to find a guy, and he's got his man, Rooney, for the first down, number 10.
And just a great play after a lot of running from this New Hyde Park team. We see no team able to get around and get that pass off to Rooney for the first down. Just a great play there by New Hyde Park.
Nodi's going to come back out, the quarterback. Randell, he's going to take the direct snap here. As another Wildcat formation come here for the Gladiators.
You know, these Mepham and New Hyde teams play very differently. Obviously, you see Mepham's a lot in the passing and running game, but New Hyde Park is a very different team in that regard. You know, the Wildcat formations we've seen a lot, as well as the quarterback runs.
Yeah, very unorthodox offense for the Gladiators. Randell takes the direct snap, fakes to the right, and he's going to get gang tackled by this Pirates defense.
You know, despite the unorthodox style play, they are progressing down the field here. As we see, they are down around the 25-20 yard line.
And Noti still sitting on the sidelines. As we've seen a lot in these early downs, they have that Wildcat fat package. See, he'll take the direct snap here. Rindell or Borum.
You know, this Mepham defense, see if they're going to try to see if they can hold up, keep this New Hyde team out of the end zone to start the game. That would just be a big loss of kind of just strategy for them. They want to keep moving. They want to get out early, but if they let this New Hyde Park team score first, it might be a problem for them.
Borum with snap. Fakes to the wide receiver. And he's going to push forward and have an aggressive run there. And that's going to be out for 6.
And that's Borum just pummeling down the Mepham defensive line and defenders. A great run from him. That's going to get them even closer to this end zone, where we might see our first score of the game coming up soon.
Yeah, for this Pirates defense, you kind of know what's coming. You know what's coming when their quarterback's out there with the Wildcat packages. And you can see them stacking the box there with those 4 guys, the 4 linebackers. As you see him still out here on 3rd and 1 with the short distance to go. As we're going to look at midweek update. Check out the BMB YouTube channel the first Wednesday of October to watch the first episode of midweek update of the year. It brings its local and around the Bellmore-Merrick community. As he takes the direct snap there again, that's going to be a first down for the Gladiators. As that's going to be another pushing down as they get good field position to start. And the Gladiators keeping this offensive momentum up with the Wildcat formation.
We'll see what's going on here as they approach this end zone.
1st and goal here with 9 to go. Keeping with Rydell in the backfield. Pirates stacking the box. Rydell, aggressive running there. And he's going to reach for it. And does he get it? No, he's short, marked at the 1 yard line.
And we're seeing some more action here around Nassau County in Conference 1. Massapequa Farmingdale, big game for first place right now. 21-3 Massapequa at the half. But this Farmingdale team does have Josh Kama, who in a game versus Oceanside this season ran for 495 yards and 7 touchdowns in a 64-57 win.
Yeah, Josh Kama, one of the premier running backs on Long Island. As you said again against Oceanside, 400 yards.
And here's a replay from that last play. It's a great run there.
The 1 yard line here. Rindell for the Gladiators. See if they can punch it in. Oh, and the snap is bobbled. And he's brought down by number 44, James Quilty.
That one's going to be around the 8 yard line. The snap does not work out. That one was high from Rinaldi. You know, that's just a very disappointing play, especially getting down there. And here's the replay. You see there, high snap. He's able to get it down, but he still does lose around 6 or 7 yards on that play. Very disappointing for this New Hyde Park team.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a mistake. You're beating yourself up over in your sleep. And the quarterback's going to come back here, Noti.
You know, let's see if they can recover from that last play right here. See if they can still set themselves up for at least a field goal on this drive to take the lead.
On 3rd down here with 7 to go. See if they can exploit this Pirates secondary.
With Notine in the backfield.
That's going to be a timeout there by the Gladiators. And Sean, what do we think we're going to see out of here by this New Hyde Park offense?
You know, we saw earlier New Hyde Park on that 3rd down. Notine came on the field, changed up the methods from all these QB powers and runs to a pass that helped them get the first down eventually. So right now, I think we might see another one of these deviation plays from the norm for New Hyde Park. We might get a pass from Notine here.
Yeah, we saw last time on 3rd down. Notine rolled out right, found his guy Rooney for that first down. It was impressive. It was an impressive throw there. And see if they can maybe punch it in here for a touchdown for an early score against this Pirates defense, which has not happened a lot this year. They had 3 shutouts, as we mentioned earlier. And it's important for this Pirates offense to come back out if they score here to get a touchdown. You got to put points on the board.
You know, if this New Hyde Park team does end up getting the touchdown here, even the field goal, taking this lead going into this late second quarter, you know, Mepham, they might not have the best motivation going into the half if they are down, but we will see what happens after this. Obviously, we just saw that snap. They might be a bit rattled, so we can see after this timeout what happens with this new Hyde Park team on this third down.
See if your corners, Grizzard and Gaskin, can make a big play here for the Pirates. Other side, you have a receiver, Rooney.
As the defense comes back out onto the field, as well as the offense with no teat in as well, going to see what this play entails.
You got 3 guys in the backfield. Noti, Borum, and Randall. It's being motioned over. That's going to be a fake handoff. And Noti's going to roll out right. He's going to look for his guy Rooney, and he doesn't find him. That's almost picked off by Quilty.
Very dynamic play. As I said before, I thought they would end up going for the pass here. They have the play action, but it just doesn't work out. Maybe no teat rolled out a bit too much. Maybe they just weren't the right positioning for these wide receivers. As we see the replay, he's rolling to that right sideline, not able to get the pass off to Rooney, and this will end up being a 4th down around the 7-yard line for this new Hyde Park team.
Noti rolling out to his right again, off the motion by McNorley, and he just cannot come up with the catch there when he's trying to find Rooney. It's the play going to beating yourself up over. Great job by this Pirates defense there.
And it looks like we might see a kick here from number 87 on this new Hyde team, Eric Oberweiler, for the first kick of the game.
Oberweiler. And the kick is blocked. The Pirates special teams come up huge, and they recover. It's going the other way at the 25.
A great play from that Mepham defensive team here. Obviously, we saw Emilio at holder and Oberweiler at kicker, but it just, that Mepham special teams line is just too fast for this special teams on New Hyde Park side. That kick is blocked. So what an amazing play there. That surely will turn the tides of motivation in this game for Mepham.
And that's Nate Green coming up with the recovery, and the special teams for this Pirates comes up huge. Limiting the points, limiting the damage, off a great job by the Gladiators.
And here we see Tyler Gaskin on the sideline here. He has been a great player for this Mepham team this season. Versus MacArthur earlier, he caught a game-sealing interception, and we've just seen a lot from him this game.
Yeah, that was homecoming where he caught that interception. I was in the stands. It was going crazy.
And there's that blocked kick again. Just an amazing play from this Mepham special teams. This game will stay at 0-0, but maybe not for long, as Mepham will get this ball back around the 25.
And Ehrlichman in this offense trying to come up big. Ehrlichman and this receivers with 5 minutes left.
We need to tell the fans that there is
Grizzard,
no noisemakers allowed
McCabe, and
during the
Eagleston trying to
No
come up big.
noisemakers allowed during the game.
And Sean, what do you think? You see a lot of passes out of this offense, or you're going to see a lot of the Chan?
You know, we've seen about a mix of both between A-Chan's handoffs and the ball passing from Ehrlichman, but, you know, as we have to get down the field, we have 5 minutes left in the game. This could be a lot of passing and running, as we see here.
Looking deep to Eagleston, and he finds his man at midfield. Eagleston, great catch there to bring it in, number 2.
And that's around 25 yards down the field. Just a great ball there from Ehrlichman. Great spiral. Eagleston able to separate from his man. Looked like the throw from earlier from New Hyde Park, sadly just over the head of Brendan Rooney.
As the Pirates run hurry up here.
Lucas Eagleston, he's just a great player. So far this season, 225 yards, 4 touchdowns. As we see,
as you saw there, as we were looking at Eagleston, Ehrlichman found McCabe on the outside. That's going to be a flag on the play there.
And speaking of McCabe, so far this season, he has had 8 catches, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, as we see that Eagleston play again.
Eagleston coming up huge for the Pirates team, and that's going to be an ineligible man downfield on the Pirates, and that's going to come back there.
Not the best play there from Mepham. It was a good play in general, but having that man downfield, negating it, you know, limiting penalties is a big thing for Mepham that they want to see during this game.
Yeah, you get a momentum swing with that Eagleston catch at midfield. And then it comes down a little bit with the illegal man downfield with a mistake by the offensive line. But see if they can come out in a passing formation and look deep to the receivers.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep that momentum from that block kick and Eagleston catch going down this field, as we've seen so far.
Ehrlichman again sets up with the screen out to Grizzard. Grizzard makes a man miss, and he's chugging. And he makes a tackle, another one, and he's down at the 30-yard line. Grizzard with a gain of 20 off the screen.
Two big plays this drive there. We see Grizzard has broken a couple tackles on that play. You know, he's the most receptions on the team last year for Mepham. One of their best corners as well. Just an all-around great player, as we saw there. And here's the replay. Just amazing. He's able to make a man miss, getting downfield. Very powerful player, as we've seen so far.
Yeah, great job by Grizzard, the senior receiver, their ex. Here goes Ehrlichman. The back fame with the Chan. Ehrlichman looking downfield to McCabe. And he finds Eagleston on the out route, just out between his outstretched hands. And Eagleston cannot haul it in.
Just a step off there for Eagleston, as that ball was just inches away from turning into the first points of the game. But sadly, Ehrlichman or Eagleston may have made a quick slip. But it's just second down, and they are still driving down the field, so they'll see what they can get so far.
As you've seen a lot out of this Pirates offense, it's been the passing game. You found a deep throw to Eagleston and then Grizzard off the screen to make a man miss.
And here we will see, you can watch the Frontier as well. It's a big social media show for Mepham every Thursday on the Mepham Instagram as we go back to the field here.
Ehrlichman finding Grizzard as we are off on break there for about 7 yards.
That's a completion for 9 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Mepham really going down the field here with 3:25 left on the clock. We've seen a lot of passing out of this team. Lucas, do you think we'll be able to see more of that passing downfield as this drive goes to the end zone?
With that passing downfield as Ehrlichman comes out for Cloudman. As we've said multiple times this broadcast, Cloudman, the running quarterback. Takes the direct stack himself. Tries to find the first down, tries to find the outside, cuts back inside. That's going to be up to the refs if it's a first down or not. The spotting on the field. It's going to be a first down, Pirates.
And Cloudman there doing a great job doing what he does best, limiting those yards lost. You see here, he is able to move around, find those holes, able to get upfield for the first down on this play.
As you have Ehrlichman and a Chan both coming back in here with Eagleston.
And we'll see if this Mepham team is able to push all the way down that field. Hopefully see some action on this scoreboard today as of 0-0 with just 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half.
Ehrlichman with a Chan in the backfield. Ehrlichman trying to go for the end zone. And that's intercepted! The Gladiators! No, excuse me, that's dropped.
That was a very, very suspenseful play there. We saw big throw there from Ehrlichman, possibly one of his highest going to the back of the end zone that play, between two great players. But we did see that near interception from New Hyde there, almost bouncing it on his helmet, but it did come out of his hands.
That's number 33, Kevin Haggerty, coming up big with the deflection.
And here we see Ehrlichman and H.N. back on the field ready for this play.
Ehrlichman rolling out right. Finds Grizzard, makes a man miss. And that's going to be a first down, reaching for the end zone. And no, he's out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds as Grizzard couldn't get the touchdown there, but he gets the first down.
Despite not getting the touchdown, that's a great play there from Grizzard, able to stay in bounds for the amount of time that he did, able to pick up yards for this Mepham team, putting them within just 10 yards of the first score of today's game.
As you've seen those screens a lot by this Pirates offense, finding Grizzard. You have three guys in the backfield, Ehrlichman, Genovese, and Davidoff. And up to Genovese. Genovese with a power run, and he's aggressive. And he's going to get a touchdown as Genovese powers himself into the end zone for a 9-yard run.
And let's see that pass from Grizzard again, able to set them up for this Mepham touchdown that we just saw. At the 9-yard line, Genovese able to power up the middle through this defensive line of New Hyde Park, setting up Mepham for this lead. First 6 points of the game. It looks like Bayer's going to come out for this extra point.
Genovese, your big running back, gets the touchdown there. It's going to be Bayer, and Bayer drills it. And it's going to be 7-0 Pirates with 2 minutes left here with the Gladiators back on the field, the offense.
You know, Bayer has just been getting better every year as this Mepham kicker. He has been a 3-year starter on this team. He's able to nail those extra points and field goals if they are needed.
Yeah, great job there by the Pirate offense to come up huge. As you saw that many deep passes there by Ehrlich, as he found Eagleston down the field once, and then you found Grizzard for that screen as he makes a man miss, and he gets it down the field, and then you ended off with the Pauly Genovese touchdown.
And with this New Hyde Park team going out to receive this kick, how do you think they're going to take this 2-minute drill, Lucas?
Yeah, with this 2-minute drill, it's important for this team to keep the same mentality. As you've seen it many times with the Wildcat formation, but maybe you guys switch it up here with the 2-minute drill and use your guy Noti at the quarterback position.
And this sort of box formation for the kick return, they have 5 guys up, and all the way back they have Natale and Milior. One of them will likely receive this kick.
Bayer boots it away. And that's going to be returned at around the 5-yard line. And he's going to be tackled there.
Rocco Natal there on the return. Mepham able to stop him after a gain of around 12 yards, though.
Yeah, not the best return for this special teams of New Hyde Park.
And with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, New Hyde Park will have to go far up the field in order to try to get points out of this drive. But we'll see based on how they've been playing. Lucas, how do you think this drive's going to go?
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more passes by this offense. As we've not seen that a lot lately, as we only seen it on later downs, and see if Noti can come up huge for this offense.
And it looks like they might choose to do more passing during this drive, as they do have to get down the field, and running isn't
and
the most efficient.
Takes a snap, and that's going to be dropped by number
Dropped there
7.
by Melior.
It's number 7, Melior.
You know, Noti probably looking for a lot more passing this game, or at least this drive, as we see that play again. You know, he does end up dropping that ball, sadly, surrounded by guys like Grizzard on that Mepham defense.
Yeah, you've seen him rolling out right a lot so far this game. See if he makes an adjustment here. Noti with one man in the backfield. Noti rolls out left. Finds trying to go deep, and just not there. And it's going to be 3rd down here.
We do not seem to find who that pass is for, but Noti trying to get this ball down the field with his arm, as we have seen so far this drive. Sadly, not yet have we seen a completed pass from him, despite the fact that before this game he has gone 32 for 58 and he is ranked 24th in the county.
Yeah, Noti just not coming up big, as this is an important drive for the Gladiators, and they just can't do it. It's important. It was important for this team to establish that passing attack here. Noti now. Motion by Randall. It's handed off. Number 13, and he's going to be getting tackled by the Pirates. Number 44, James Colty.
And from Nick Borum, number 13, that New Hyde Park running back. Good play there to get the yardage they needed that they couldn't get from the passing game. There will be a timeout called, though.
Yeah, timeout by the Pirates there, as they're going to make a little adjustments before they send out the punt team.
There's a minute 49
And
left in
for
the
this
first
offense,
half.
who's going to come back in here for the Pirates, as we saw, they drove last time. They drove down the field to get a score here. See if they can do it again. See if they can come up big for this for the defense.
And this New Hyde Park team trying to come up with their plan for this 4th and 4. We've seen so far the passing game this drive hasn't been that good, but they did just get a good run on that 3rd down. But we will see what happens as they go on to 4th down.
as you got Grizzard and Eagleston, the two men back there, lined up to receive.
And it looks like they are punting from having those guys back, or at least playing a deep defense. And if they do decide to punt, Mepham will likely get the ball around midfield with 1:40 left, and we'll see what they decide to do this drive. It looks like they will punt with that. Oh, no. Are they going to punt? It looks like they will.
As the Gladiators boot it away, but that's going to be a penalty there. That's going to be roughing the punter.
Bonham on that punt looks like he is slow to get up, but it looks like he was also roughed there by some Mepham defenders as he was getting the kickoff. That will end up around the 35-yard line.
And the offense gets bailed out
There was a flag on the play.
by that penalty,
Roughing the kicker.
and they're going to come back.
In this case,
See if they can make something happen here.
they'll bring
See if they
the
can
new
drive with
offense
1:40 left.
back on the
And,
field.
that is just not a good play there from Mepham. If they did not get that roughing the punter, they would have likely had the ball at least by midfield and could have made a drive, but this New Hyde Park offense will get the ball around the 40 of their own side of the field.
For this Pirates special teams, just making mistakes. Limit those penalties, important for them. As you're going to see Noti come back on the field for the Gladiators.
And we'll see if Noti can get on his game, as it is crucial for them to try to get this, as
With
there
the
is
jet
a
sweep,
handoff.
and he's going to be brought down by Chiotti, number 65, in the backfield for the tackle for loss.
And there's Melior there on the jet sweep. That will sadly bring them back around 6 yards. And here's the replay of that. Obviously, we see jet sweep to Melior, but just their great tackle from this defense.
Yeah, great tackle there by Max Chiotti, the man coming off of the injury, gets a tackle for loss.
And we'll see now what this New Hyde Park offense tries to do on 2nd and 16 with just a minute left in the half.
Noti lined up under center. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a handoff there by Randall with an aggressive run, but he's brought down by a bunch of Pirates. Started off by Nate Green.
And Rinaldi did get that handoff there. He was able to get upfield, but he was stopped by a lot of Pirates on that play.
Gets to the second level, but goes furthermore.
3rd and 9 coming up for this New Hyde offense. It looks like the Pirates will call a timeout here.
The Pirates call a timeout here with 38.5 seconds left. And for this defense, Sean, what are you looking for them to come out here?
This defense on 3rd and 9, obviously New Hyde Park, very dynamic team. We do not know what we will see out of them, as we do see a replay of that last play there of Rinaldi getting them to where they are right now from that 2nd and 16 to 3rd and 9. Could benefit them on this play depending on how they see it.
Yeah, Noti, as we've seen a lot on these third downs, rolling out right, finding his man Rooney. See if he can do it again.
New Hyde Park in the huddle here as Mepham's defense looks to come out. That front man, Max Chiotti, who just made a great stop a couple plays ago.
Noti in the offense, coming back out here for New Hyde Park.
And it's 39 for New Hyde Park.
We'll see what happens this play. 3rd and 9, very important for this New Hyde Park team.
One man in the backfield is Borum. Noti rolls out right, trying to find his man Rooney, and he can't. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds there by Genovese.
Nearly intercepted as well by Genovese.
4th and 9.
Just a great play to stop this New Hyde Park offense. We'll see that again. Rolling right, Noti. Just a great play there by Genovese to get in front of that receiver Rooney, stopping this play.
Yeah, great job there by Genovese to almost pick that off, and he knocks it out of bounds.
And as we might see another punt play here from New Hyde Park.
As we already see one block out of this Pirates special teams, seeing if they can do it again.
Bonham out there to take the punt. As we saw last punt, he was roughed, letting them keep this ball, but we will see what happens here.
As that's going to be out of bounds at around the 25-yard line.
That punt goes out of bounds at the 20.
Just a great punt there from Bonham. Very powerful, got that in the air. It's able to bounce out of bounds around 25, pitting Mepham back with not much time left.
See if Ehrlichman can find one of his mans. McCabe, Eagleston, and Grizzard, the dynamic wide receivers for this Pirates offense.
And if you have noticed, some of these players are wearing pink socks or gloves this game for support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Just a great cause from this team.
Ehrlichman drops back. Try to find Grizzard as he walks right out of bounds. It's going to be around an 8-yard gain there.
Completed pass for 7 yards on the second.
Play there, we'll see what they do, if they're going to try to mount a scoring drive out of this or not. Obviously, we just saw that passing play. It looks like they are wasting no time getting back here. We might see some dynamic play out of them if they choose.
Ehrlichman with 22 seconds left. The sophomore quarterback handling a big situation. Ehrlichman drops back. Finds his man Eagleson on the screen. That's dropped.
Ooh, just out of the fingertips of Eagleston. Oh, not the best play there, but it is going to be 3rd and 10 for this Mepham team with just 18 seconds left in the half. We'll see how they play this.
Ehrlichman and a Chan in the backfield. As Mancini is drawing the plate up for them. Ehrlichman head off to a Chan. A Chan bounces it outside. Gets it around 8-9 yards there.
First down there with just 13 seconds left on the clock now. We will see. This Mepham team does have a timeout, so if they are able to get a nice long pass down the field here, they might be able to set up a long field goal. But we will see what happens this next play.
See if they can set up a Hail Mary throw down to one of the receivers. Big play here. See if it can happen. Ehrlichman takes a snap. Play action to a Chan. Trying to find Cracky over the middle of the field, and he's brought down. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the first half here.
And it will actually not
Pirates
be
call
the
a
end.
timeout there.
Let's see that replay. Just a great throw over the middle there by the quarterback Ehrlichman to Cracky. As a sophomore, he is having great presence as a leader on this varsity team.
The Pirates call a timeout there around midfield.
They're on their own 48-yard line going to this. We will see what happens.
Ehrlichman with 6 seconds left. This offense looked dynamic in the passing attack so far. See if they can do it again.
You know, maybe we could see another one of those big plays like earlier with Eagleston and Grizzard. We saw big passes. We know Ehrlichman has the power to do it, and we will see what he can do.
Ehrlichman's got the arm, as you said, Sean. We've seen it a lot throughout this game. Pushing the ball down the field has been important for this Pirates offense throughout the year.
And with Achan in the backfield, McCabe near the sideline, we will see on this first down what goes down.
Ehrlichman dropping back. Looking for McCabe on the sideline as he walks out of bounds with around a second left on the clock.
Great play there from Ehrlichman to connect with McCabe, his junior receiver. And we will see, with just a single second left on this clock, that this Mepham team looks to be trotting out
for the field goal kick. And that's just an amazing play by that Pirates, amazing drive, by the Mepham Pirates offense. And no, they switch it up.
And
They bring the special teams out and bring back on the Ehrlichman and the Pirates offense.
a change of mind for this coach here, Mazaika. It looked like the Pirates would be going for a long field goal, but it looks like they will keep Ehrlichman in. Probably going to go for a long pass into the end zone here, and we'll see what happens.
Ehrlichman takes a snap. In the pocket, goes deep to Crocky, and that's going to be dropped.
And that will end the half, but it is a great arm from Ehrlichman there. That ball probably traveled about 45 yards from the sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, and then in that first pass, we saw that Pirate offense use the passing attack to their advantage with deep passes deep down the field to Crocky and other guys like Eagleston and Grizzard. It's been important for this Pirates offense so far.
And it looks like we might see more of that passing game as we go into this later game, as we've seen Achan getting just a bit less action as he usually has. 7-0 Mepham going into halftime.
Closer than we expected at halftime with this new Hyde Park team.
Just not much scoring, which is very surprising between these two teams.
This defensive for both teams has been impressive so far in the first quarter, and then they bring it back here in the second quarter.
And, you know, besides their game versus Garden City, Mepham has been a great scoring offense, putting up a lot of points, and their defense as well. But this game, very uncharacteristic for them, only 7 points at the half, and only 7 points total in the game between both teams.
This Pirates offense has looked great so far, along with the defense. See if New Hyde Park can pick up the passing attack. Also, that Wildcat formation has looked great for them so far for the Gladiators. As we're going to set it down to Haley Gardner.
Hey, you guys have been playing a great game so far. What has been working for you guys so far in the first half?
I think we've done a pretty good job defensively, making plays, bending, not breaking. I think we did a little bit better job offensively, executing, some sloppy penalties have kind of, set us back a little bit. But I think we had a better second quarter than first quarter.
Yeah, so far you guys have been doing a really great job, but what are you going to tell the boys in the locker room to boost morale and keep them going for the second half?
Just got to worry about it. It's a 0-0 game. We just got to come out and, be the more physical team this half and just execute a little bit better.
Well, thank you so much and good luck in the second half, Coach. That's all for me. I'm Haley Gardner, sending it back to you guys in the studio.
Hi guys, I'm Dylan Wigdor here alongside
Nikki Saraceni, and it's been a great game so far. What have you seen so far?
So I've seen a lot of defense from these two teams. Big defensive game so far by both sides. Lucas Eagleson had a great, big game so far. Had a huge grab with 4:30 left in the second quarter from Adam Ehrlichman.
Yeah, this has been huge, especially for Mepham, keeping them to 0 points. It's big for them. They're looking, maybe for a shutout again, like they had earlier this year, and if not, just a win. And their defense is allowing them to focus on their offense, score, and keep them to 0 for as long as possible.
Yeah, Mepham overall is 4-1. The last game they lost to the Garden City 44-7, but they have 3 keys to this game, which is protect the ball, just keep going, and have a strong defense. Those 3 keys are showing right now in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely keeping their composure. They're keeping together. No matter what happens, they're continuing. And the fact that they haven't let New Hyde Park score yet is a big, that just shows their strong defense and that they're just continuing to play like they know that they can.
Absolutely. And since it's 7-0, let's talk about the touchdown. Paulie Genevieve had a 9-yard touchdown run. That's a great way to start scoring for Mepham.
Yeah, that was huge, especially coming into halftime. Now they know that they're up. They're going to come into this third quarter thinking, hey, let's just add on to this. We now have a touchdown to fall back on if, we can't produce that offense. But we have that just there in case, and they're just going to build off of that.
Yes, their QB that's been playing so far very well is Adam Ehrlichman, the sophomore. He's had 43 completions on the year, 561 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He is a young leader for this team. Nikki, can you tell me more about him?
Yeah, it's really just one of those players that is, like you said, like a young leader, and that's really important to have, especially with so many seniors that are on this team. Just building up that younger, those younger players that will move up once and take the senior spots once they are not here anymore. So it's huge to have someone like that who can produce something like that. Those numbers are really, really good.
Yeah, especially talking about the arm, let's talk about the legs. Lenny Achan, their running back, he's great at getting yardage, fights for every single yard, and has 59 carries, 208 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the year. You have to have a great arm, but you also have to have good legs on the field as well.
Yeah, definitely. And he had a great season last year, and just coming into this year and producing like that still is really huge for him.
Yeah, especially when you have great people surrounding you in this Mepham locker room. As we just got a report from Tom Mazika, they've had a slow start last game versus Garden City. They did not execute versus them and made too many mistakes. They threw 2 pick sixes, and now they're trying to bounce back. 7-0 so far. I mean, they're bouncing back, right?
Yeah, definitely, especially with starting quick, and that was definitely something that they wanted to do coming into this game, not letting the other team get too much on them, and they've kept that to 0, so that's a huge thing to be able to go into halftime with this lead and just build off of that is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And going into New Hyde Park, 19-16 win over MacArthur last week. Can you tell me more about how they are going to keep the streak going?
Yeah, they haven't had consecutive wins yet this season, but they're definitely looking to win here so that they can do that. And coming out of a win like that, it's really important for momentum to just really try and win the next game because it was so close, like you were saying, and against a strong MacArthur team. So the fact that they were able to win that game, coming into this game, they probably felt pretty good, but now that they're down, it's going to just push them even harder to come back and get the win.
Yeah, especially when you have 2 guys on New Hyde Park that are ranked. Lucas Rinaldi, 12th in the country. He is their running back. You got to look out for him. We've seen some wildcat plays as him snapping the ball as quarterback, but then running it. He has 74 attempts, 542 yards, and 7 touchdowns on the year. Seeing these plays just makes me want to think I can maybe do this in the future.
I mean, those numbers are really crazy. I feel like there's so many good players that contribute to this team, but as a whole, I think both teams are just, when they're working together, they're at their best. When their defense is producing, and then they allow their offense to be able to go out there with no fear of, I have to, there's not as much pressure on them knowing that, their defense has got their back. No matter what happens, their defense is there for them. And then it allows them to just be able to produce what they, and work how they always have been to bring that offense.
Yeah, and let's talk about last game for a second against MacArthur. Nick Borum, the senior, he's a running back and a free safety, had a pick on the final play last game. I mean, that's the way you want to seal a game, having a great game plus getting a game-sealing play. That's all you can ask for from this team.
And talking about momentum, I mean, that's a huge thing for his momentum to just keep, and the confidence too, to just end the game like that, bring it into the next game. Yeah. Yeah,
let's talk about another senior, Christopher Notine. He's a senior quarterback, 32 for 58 on the year, 2 touchdowns. He has thrown 2 interceptions, but he is 24th ranked in the county. Can you give me more about him?
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. Just by hearing what he's done this year, it's huge for him. He's been having a huge season. And this year, a lot of, players have been, catching 5 interceptions, so those 2, it doesn't really mean that he hasn't been having a good season. He was still having a really great season regardless of that, so just putting up the numbers, so.
I totally agree, Speaking of the interceptions, Joey Teds, he is a middle linebacker. He has 1 interception on the year. Both defenses are really showing out so far. Hopefully they can continue that and also put the offenses in a great spot as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying before, it makes the offense feel really good to know that their defense is going to get those interceptions, blocking the kicks that we saw earlier for Mepham, and just having that strong defense there that they know that their team has, and then being able to go back out on the field to play offense and play that strong offense that they can.
Yeah, absolutely. It's senior day here for Mepham, so the seniors are going to be shown some love as Michael Grizzard got them into scoring position with a huge grab on a long ball by Adam Ehrlichman.
Yeah, all of the seniors have been playing at their best, especially this game. They know a lot of people are out to support them. It's their senior game. It's one of their last games in the regular season before they go into playoffs, so it's really, really important for them, and I know for a lot of them it meant a lot.
Yeah, seniors, much love to you guys. They have been playing awesome this year as they have 1 senior quarterback who the quarterbacks are great for this Mepham Pirates team, as it's Ryan Radicone. He stepped up as a leader. He's a hard worker. He's a good arm and pocket presence and good precision. That's what you need out of a good quarterback and a good leader.
Yeah, especially after the season that they had last year with those seniors leading them to, victories in the playoffs. It's really important that they have this strong of a senior class this year to be leading this new, generation of Pirates or new years of Pirates into next year.
Yes, Patrick Cloudman is also a quarterback here for the Mepham Pirates. He's a senior. He's more of a runner, though. 24 attempts, 90 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the year. As you can see, all of these quarterbacks are getting action on the field.
Yeah, definitely. They have a lot of trust in their players to be able to run the ball all over, and they've been very successful, especially in this game.
Yeah, talking about the quarterbacks, let's talk about who they throw to, the wide receivers. The wide receiver, Ryan Maccabee, has 8 catches, 123 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the year. You have to be a great quarterback and all, but you also have to have good people to throw to, and that's what the Mepham Pirates quarterbacks have.
Yeah, absolutely, especially after the first few games that they had this year, scoring 20 and 30 points each game. It's a huge confidence booster to know that they have those people there in practices and games, and they're really showing up to the games, so that in games like this, where they're starting and they want to get, they want to throw those touchdowns early on. They know that they have people to throw to, and they have a lot of trust in them.
Yeah, absolutely. As Jack Weber is one of the guys, James Quilty, both are great guys. One is James Quilty is a leading tackler for last year. He's Newsday top 114 tackles in the game versus MacArthur. That's just a great game by him.
Yeah, absolutely. And in games like that where you're against a strong opponent and then you come out with a win, it's huge for building confidence, building your team up, and just taking your momentum into the next game. I know I keep saying that, but I think momentum is really important for especially a season like this where Mepham had 3 wins in a row, and then after losing, it's hard to bring that back, but when you can bring it back, it's huge, especially leading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I could not agree more. But staying on the topic for football and Nassau County, let's talk about around it. We have a D1 matchup between Massapequa and Farmingdale, and one key guy is the running back on Farmingdale is Josh Kama, who ran for 495 yards and had 7 touchdowns in a 64-57 win. On the year, he has 1,164 yards and 18 touchdowns on only 74 carries. This guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, just to put that into perspective, most of these teams have played 3 or 4, maybe 5 games, and have 18 touchdowns in a game just by one person is really, really incredible.
It's awesome. Both teams, Mepham and Farmingdale, are hoping to face off against each other in the playoffs. Mepham is a great team, but so is Farmingdale, so they will have a tough matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these teams are putting really competitive games, even if they're losing and they're very close, and it just shows how strong both of the teams are. There's really hasn't been too many just complete blowouts, and that just really shows how strong all the teams are in this conference.
Yeah, but one of the guys from Mepham who is injured is Jake Wilson, but it shows he is a wide receiver, but the other wide receivers are stepping up and filling his hole in the lineup.
Yeah, that's really big too, especially like I was saying before with the seniors leaving and new seniors having to come in. That's somewhat of an easier transition because you know that at the end of the year they're going to be moving on, but with an injury like that, especially a huge injury to one of your wide receivers, it's huge to have to adapt just, after one practice or a game, to have to throw someone else in there. But again, a lot of trust to be able to know that this person can step in and just take, do exactly what Jake was doing before he was injured.
Yeah, speaking of a guy who stepped in is Jack Weber. He's a super athlete. He's a Penn State lacrosse commit, and he has 1 rushing touchdown on the year. So, what do you really expect from this Mepham Pirates coming out of halftime?
I expect them to definitely look to put up more offensive plays and some more touchdowns, but I definitely think they're going to also, as they go into the fourth quarter, maybe focus a little bit more on defense, keeping New Hyde Park to just not score and trying to keep them from scoring any touchdowns.
Yeah, of course, as we have some replays here to show you guys. Just showing how Mepham Pirates can really dominate.
Yeah, definitely. Just that catch there was huge for the Mepham, huge for, showing what they can do, showing what they have been doing this year, and that this last game, it didn't define them. Like, they can be a really strong team, and they have been this year.
Absolutely, as that is a great run up the middle there by Michael Grizzard, who got them into scoring position for the touchdown, later scored by Paulie Genevieve.
Yeah, absolutely. That was huge too for Mepham's offense and for New Hyde Park's defense. Even though they weren't able to stop that touchdown from happening, they were able to get that big tackle.
Yeah, as we got Lucas Eagleston, who has been unbelievable for this Mepham Pirates team. He's had 4 touchdowns on the year, 16 catches, and 225 yards.
Yeah.
The junior's really showing out this year for the varsity football
absolutely.
team.
Yeah, as strong as the senior class is, it's really a combination of all of the amazing talented players that are on this team. So it's really good to know that, you know, it's not just one person doing everything. It's really a team effort.
You're absolutely right. You know, there's no I in team. Everybody has to accommodate. Everybody has to know their role, and that's how you get big plays, big games, and big players.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how you can see, you know, who really are the good players. But overall, just like what makes a good team is having many good players.
As we see in New Hyde Park getting back onto the field here, ready to start the second half. I've been Dylan Wigdor.
And I've been Nikki Saracini.
And we are sending it back down to the field.
And welcome back to the field as I'm here with my new co-host, Brandon Catalina. Brandon, what do you have to say about this game so far?
Yeah, it's been a great defensive battle so far this game. 7-0 Pirates led by a Genovese touchdown. I think we're going to see the offenses get more involved in the second half.
You know, we see these teams warming up, going back into this half. Even all we've seen so far, just 7 points between both of the teams, but they have been active on the defensive front. We've seen a lot of turnovers. Obviously, you remember from earlier that blocked field goal attempt from New Hyde Park.
Yeah, that was a great play there by the Pirates to block it, but that was also just a great defensive stand right there. You know, Pirates, it looked like they were going to let up a touchdown. New Hyde Park was driving all the way, but then they were able to get that stop and then get that blocked field goal on top. That was a very big momentum shift.
Yeah, New Hyde Park was down at that 1 yard line, but they ended up having a faulty snap on the play preceding. Back to the 7 and the blocked field goal to add to it. Just unfortunate for them. They're going to try to go into this half looking for points, keeping this offense going.
Yeah, the Pirates are set to get the ball here. You know, they won the coin toss, decided to defer it. Getting the ball now, I think they're going to try, you know, running what they did to end last half. Last half on that last drive, they drove down the field very quickly, were able to get to the 38. Then on that long throw, they almost had the touchdown.
And one of the main keys of this Mepham team, have a strong defense. It's what we've seen from them. They have allowed 0 points to New Hyde Park so far. We've seen a lot of these strong plays. Even on special teams, the defensive effort from these Pirates have been overwhelming, holding New Hyde Park to a shutout.
Yeah, it's definitely been very good. That's basically their, like, mojo. They've always had an excellent defense and have been able to just stop their opponents from scoring. You know, also, New Hyde Park side, they said they wanted to play field position. I think they've done a pretty good job of that, only allowing the Pirates to get 7 points.
Has been good, but what's been good, we've also seen this Mepham team between guys like Eagleston, Grizzard, Genovese, big passes, big runs. Obviously, we saw the touchdown from Genovese in the second quarter. These two teams, it's despite the fact low points, high excitement, we've seen a lot of action so far.
Yeah, you know, we've seen also both teams running quarterbacks get involved and do very good. Cloudman on the Pirates, when he's had the ball, he's been able to lead the offense very nicely, which has definitely been able to help the team. And then Renadell, when he's had the ball at quarterback for the Gladiators, he's also been able to get about 5 yards of play.
We've seen guys, both teams, Cloudman, Rinaldi, Melior, Rooney, Notine, even Borum, we've seen, especially this New Hyde Park team, they have had a lot of plays in the backfield, these wildcat formations, QB powers, jet sweeps, a lot of plays coming from the backfield, but we'll see how this goes into this second half, as it looks like it hasn't worked out the best for them with no points to show.
Yeah, the QB powers have been very prominent in this game, especially for the Gladiators, and it has worked for the most part. Just able to get that 5 yards each play is all they need to do in order to score.
As we will see this kickoff from the New Hyde Park team.
Yeah, they're ready. They're breaking it. Ready to boot it off. Right here is Adams for the Gladiators.
Eric Oberweiler here lining up to take the kick. And we'll see what goes on back here in the Mepham. And he will squib it. That one is rolling on the ground, bobbled but picked up by Eagleston. As Eagleston will rush down the field. He's breaking.
And Eagleston goes, he's down, and he's going to go all the way in for a Pirates touchdown. The Gladiators take the gamble on the squid kick, trying to get the Pirates off guard and bobble it, but he's able to go all the way in for the score for your Pirates, and it's going to be 13-0 Pirates.
Just an amazing play there from Eagleston. The squib obviously there from New Hyde Park, but that one rolled into the hands of Eagleston. We'll see the replay here. He did bobble it, but he's able to march all the way down the field into that end zone.
Yeah, he was able to break a tackle there and just get loose here. Bayer ready for the PAT, but a huge play for the Pirates to start the game. And we have Bayer ready for the PAT. Bayer ready to get off. Takes the snap, and the kick is good. Sean, tell me more.
You know, Bayer, great kicker so far. He's gone 2 for 2 on his extra points, but Eagleston is just a force on that kick return.
And we're going to send it down to Haley Gardner for more.
Touchdown by Lucas Eagleston. Lucas Eagleston so far this season has had 5 touchdowns, 16 catches, and 225 yards pushed. I mean, that is an amazing play by Lucas Eagleston on the Mepham Pirates. Now that we're going to go back into the game, I've been Haley Gardner, sending it back to our sportscasters.
Eagleston right there. You see 4 touchdowns on the season. That makes it his 5th as a kick return touchdown. Eagleston, huge player for the Pirates, making a huge play.
And, you know, now we see Mepham kicking off here with Bayer again.
Yep, Bayer ready to take it. Bayer gets the kick underway. It's a very nice kick going all the way into the back of the end zone for a touchback. What a boot right there.
Great leg from Bayer.
Yeah, kicking into the wind gives it an extra boost of speed. As we have the replay here, able to break the tackle and just get off. That broken tackle gave him a touchdown right there and a beautiful play.
You know, that Eagleston play reminds me of a certain play I saw before back around 15 years ago. Deshaun Jackson against the Giants at MetLife on Christmas with the time running out in the game. Fumbled the punt return, but ended up scoring the touchdown for the Eagles. That was kind of what reminded me of that Eagleston play there. Bobbled the squib, but he was able to run far down the field, breaking tackles, getting that touchdown, putting this Mepham team up 2 scores going into New Hyde Park's drive.
Yeah, and they were both able to break the tackles at around the same spot as New Hyde Park takes the snap, and it's a run up the middle, QB power, and that's going to be a gain of a few yards.
Another QB power here from New Hyde Park. Seen a lot this game between the players that they've had in this backfield. We'll see if they keep progressing with these runs going into the game, seeing as they are down 14-0 at this point.
As New Hyde Park now has Borum in at quarterback leading his team. That's their 3rd of the game here. You know who also has 3 quarterbacks? The Pirates, who have Radicone, Erickelman, and Cloudman. So both teams looking like they're running a 3-quarterback mix.
You know, it's what we've seen. You know, we'll see that replay from the run from Rooney. He was able to get a little upfield, but
tackled there by Davidoff at the end of the play. As we have the snap here, goes to the outside, has some space to work with, able to get a gain of a good amount of yards. You're going to bring it close to the first down, but just short.
And Rooney's been very active as we've seen this game. A lot of quarterback runs, also in the passing game active, with a couple targets from Noteet as a quarterback. He did have 56 yards last game, though, Rooney. It looks like he might even top it so far with all the attention he's been getting from this New Hyde Park offense.
Yeah, New Hyde Park's been looking at him all night, and he's been doing his job. He's been able to have some of their more explosive offensive plays here. As New Hyde Park discussing what they want to do on the 3rd and medium, and they break the snap here. They're ready.
And we saw Rinaldi come out from that sideline into the huddle. We'll see what they do with him here.
As they're audibling their play, they're discussing what they want to do here. Ready for the snap right here.
And Melior as well lined up far away from the rest of the line, as there will be a whistle on the field.
And it's going to be a timeout for New Hyde Park. They weren't able to get their play, which they wanted to do. You saw there's a lot of confusion up front. They had to burn a timeout.
It looks like they will be discussing what they want to go on during this stoppage. You know, they haven't scored yet through this game, the first half and parts of this second half, but they have had good strategy. They're able to get down that field. They've proved it with this kind of wildcat system in the backfield. There's no really set quarterback for them, as we've seen besides Noteen having a couple passes. We've seen about 3/4 of these plays being runs, straight up wildcat formation snaps, QB powers, jet sweeps. We've seen a lot of running from this team, and we'll see if it continues after this timeout.
Yeah, Newteen and Borum are both in the huddle right now. We'll see which one of them is going to line up at quarterback here for the 3rd and 6. You probably want the passing guy for the Pirates to at least think maybe there's a chance of the pass being done. And they do send Newteen out there to take the snap in at quarterback.
We'll see if this is a pass. We've seen a couple 3rd down passes from Noteen so far in this game. Some successful, some not. But we'll see here as Noteen will take the snap from his own side of the field.
Yeah, a lot of wide receivers out wide. Takes the snap, looking for the quick pass. Completes it right there for a first down right there. Very nice play by the Gladiators to Rooney again, picking up the first down at the 40-yard line.
And as I just said before, Rooney has been very active this game, not only as a runner, but as a pass catcher, as we saw there in Noteen. Taking the snap, able to get back. Rooney for the first down. Great play from them to advance this ball, getting closer and closer to midfield.
As we have a replay there, just a very nice quick throw, quick slant, able to get the first down. That's what they've been missing all game. They really haven't been able to pass well, so we'll see if they continue the pass game. As no one in the backfield right there, Newteen ready to take the snap, gives it, fakes it off to the running back, goes for the power, but not able to materialize anything.
Maybe a couple yards there on the run by Noteen. It looks like they will just get 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, nothing there. Does the fake handoff. Pirates read it right there. And now 2nd and 10.
And it looks like they might even want to start passing more this game. Obviously, we've seen a couple successful passes from Noteen so far, but if they stay with this running formation, we'll see if they can switch it up and possibly get farther down that field and score the first points of the game.
As Renadell is back in the backfield right here, ready, motioning. There's a little confusion, it looks like. Him and Newteen are discussing what they want to do. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking deep, going for the deep ball right there. And it's going to be picked off by the Pirates, and they're looking to return it down to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and out of bounds.
What a play there from Nate Green, but there is a flag down, it looks like.
Yeah, there are a lot of flags on the field, and we'll see what they do. There's yellow and pink flag on the field right here. 2 flags. We'll see what the refs come up with for the penalties.
Despite that penalty, great defense there by Green. It was 2-on-1 downfield with Rooney. He was able to get up, get that interception, but we'll see if the Pirates get possession here after this call from the refs.
Yeah, it looked like the flag came in late, so the pick will probably stand, but they're discussing what they want to do. Discussing it with Coach Mazika for the Pirates. We'll see what he wants.
And, that is the first interception of the game, but we have had a couple close calls so far. It's good for these Pirates to see that they're able to get this defense to make a big stand if this stays.
And it's going to be a personal foul against the Pirates. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They get the ball. But they lose 15 yards, but still a great play right there by Green. He had the blocked field goal before and now gets the interception.
Nate Green just amazing this game. Obviously, as you just said, blocking a kick and getting that interception on defense here. Now we'll see what Ehrlichman can do with this good field position, possibly trying to break this open.
Ehrlichman takes the snap, gives the handoff to Weber. Weber looking to gain a couple, but nothing there. Gets swarmed at the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1.
And that's some of the first we've seen of Weber so far this game. He did just run there. He is a Penn State commit for lacrosse, and he has had a rushing touchdown so far this season. We'll see if we can see a bit more of him so far, as it looks like he will stay in the game for the next snap.
Yeah, he's primarily a linebacker for the Pirates. He's a super athlete. He does everything. He's a wrestler. He's a lacrosse player, as we said, committed to Penn State. Now, Erkelman back at center, takes the snap, gives the handoff to Weber again. Weber gets stopped for about a gain of 2 here. Nothing materializing on those 2 run plays, and it's going to be a 3rd and 7.
It looks like Weber's trying to muscle his way through this middle of the defensive line of New Hyde Park, but it looks like that might not work the best for him, as it is 3rd and 9 for this Mepham team. We'll see if Ehrlichman goes back to the pass and tries to get this first down for the Mepham team. 3rd and 7.
Eagleston's getting subbed in here. 3rd and 7. Just under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Getting ready. We'll see what they want to do. It could be a quick screen. Motions Lenny to his left. Takes the snap. Looking for a quick throw. Throws it deep. Has Grizzard just over, but a flag on the play.
And 7 on 7 there. Grizzard on Milior, but there is a flag. It looks like there could be a pass interference call on one of these 2 players, and we'll see what materializes from that.
Yeah, the duels of number 7 able to clash right there. We'll see what this flag is. Most likely it's going to be on New Hyde Park, though.
Both of these players, receivers and corners for their respective teams at number 7 here. But we'll see what this flag says for both Mepham and New Hyde Park after the refs call it.
And it's a holding on New Hyde Park, so it's not going to be a huge game, but it's going to be an automatic first down and a gain of about 10.
1st and 10 for Mepham, a fresh new start. We might see some run plays getting into it now. And it's safer to run these plays with a couple downs to go. We'll see with that backfield open.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Erkelman takes the snap, gives it over to Achan. Achan looking, has a hole, gets about 9 yards. Very nice first down play by the Pirates.
And Achan back in the backfield for this team after a couple plays from Weber with an explosive debut back to the field. Around 8 or 9 yards we see.
As Pirates moving very quickly here. Erkelman takes the snap again, gives it to Achan on the counter run. Counter run is looking like they're going to be able to get the first down right there.
Achan, big power runner for this Mepham team, getting that first down. We've seen a lot from him so far this game. Very active on this team. He's great at getting yardage, fighting for every single yard he gets with a couple touchdowns on the season.
As Erkelman fakes the handoff to him, gives it over to Grizzard. Grizzard able to get a couple. Not a ton, but the Pirates are going to be basically inside the red zone.
Pirates battling their way down this field very fast so far. We've seen a lot of running from Weber and Achan. That screen to Grizzard there. Looks like they will be trying to hurry down this field, setting up a nice play to go to that end zone.
Yeah, their offense has been working very quickly this drive. Getting working very quickly, forcing New Hyde Park for get confusion. Erkelman takes the snap, looking for the short pass, has him right here, and it's going to be Eagleston tackled at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a first down Pirates at the 10.
And there's another good catch from Eagleston. He has been quite active this game with a couple of catches. Obviously, that huge kick return we saw earlier put the Pirates up 14-0. And now Mepham will take this at the 10-yard line, just inside the goal range.
Erkelman takes the snap here, gives it over to Achan. Achan has a hole, bounces to the outside. Achan breaks the tackle and is in for the touchdown. Pirates 20, Gladiators 0. Great play right there to break the couple of tackles and get into the end zone.
Looks like he shook off Borum there as he was running to the end zone. Just great power play from Achan.
Yeah, the Pirates offense finally starting to get going right here. They said, last game they only were able to score 7, so being able to score 20 right here is definitely a great way to start with 2 touchdowns in this quarter. Bayer now ready to take the PAT. Bayer set, takes it, and that is good right down the middle. 21-0 Pirates.
Bayers like getting some work in here as this Pirates team is ramping up the scoring with already 2 touchdowns in the first 10 minutes of this quarter. It looks like this new Hyde offense will have to be able to fight back. Brandon, do you think they will end up changing their strategy or not going into this next offensive drive?
I think they might try to pass a little more. They had one successful pass play last drive, so I think they're going to be looking for those quick slants, try getting 10, and work very quickly. They don't have a lot of time left on the clock, so they got to work quick.
And here's that formation again, that box kick return that we've seen with Natalian Milior far back, looking to receive this kick as Bayer is going to kick off soon.
Yep, Bayer, last time he shot an absolute boot into the back of the end zone. So we'll see, Gladiators kick returners are back a little more this time. They're respecting the kick more after the last one. Bayer gets the Pirates ready. He's ready to kick it, and he boots it underway, and it's an absolute hammer, and it's going to be caught right there at the 5-yard line by the Gladiators. Pirates trying to swarm him, but a nice move, and then tackled at the 23-yard line.
Milior, with that kick return, improving a bit on the couple last ones that he has had. That will set them up around the 25-yard line for New Hyde Park. 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third quarter for this team.
Yeah, being able to get those big of boots that consistently is just very good for field position. One of the keys of the game for New Hyde Park was play field position, and you can see why they wanted to now because Bayer is pitting them back into their own zone, and then even if they get a first down, it's not good enough. And we have the tackle right here by the Pirates. That was Green again with another tackle.
Nate Green here making a lot of big plays so far this game, making a huge impact. We see him on the edge of the line here on the snap.
As Nutine drops back, looking, and it's going to be incomplete, almost picked off right there. Not able to is Gaskin, but incomplete, 2nd and 10 nonetheless.
Oh, that was a big swarm of Mepham defenders on that ball. Obviously, as you said, Gaskin just short of picking that off, setting up Mepham. But, as we've seen so far, Mepham has a substantial lead, 21-0. Going on to this 2nd and 10 play.
Yeah, 21-0. They really just can't let up a big play. The New Hyde Park Gladiators are going to try getting one. They're 5 wide right here. They're probably going to throw it. Nutine ready, takes the snap, looking for the quick pass, completes it, able to break a tackle right there, has some room, but not enough right there.
And there's Milior again on this offense, big component of their team, but it will not look to get this first down as it looks like they will be short around 3 yards. On this replay, we see Noti able to get the pass off, but he is courted by this Mepham defense. Looks like 4th down for this team.
Migler with the nice catch brings up the 3rd and 3 now. 5 minutes to go. New Hyde Park going to have to pick up the pace if they want to get back into this game. One more touchdown, and it's a 2-possession game, and we're back into it. And we have the snap ready. Looking, takes the snap, runs it up the middle, and he has a first down. First down, Gladiators. Very nice play right there in the Wildcat by Renadell. And clock's running. New Hyde Park trying to work as quick as possible. As we have a replay here of the power right up the middle. QB power able to pick up the first down.
Great play there from this New Hyde Park offense, trying to get downfield. That first down surely going to set them up for further success down the drive if they're able to keep pounding.
4 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Back in the Wildcat. Audibling, deciding what they want to do. Right here's Renadell. Renadell takes the snap, runs up the middle. Another QB power, has some yardage, gains another 5 yards, and this continues to work. This QB power keeps working for about a gain of about 7 yards.
You know, these kind of plays, when we see this quarterback sneak, this power Wildcat formation go up, you know, even if it's something from like 3 to even like 6 or 7 yards, great plays here if they're able to get down the field at New Hyde Park.
And 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this quarter. Nutine back at quarterback, probably going to look for a deep ball because even if it's incomplete, it's going to be third and very short. Takes the snap, rolls out, does not have his option, and just decides to throw it away.
You know, smart decision making there from Natine to not risk the deep ball. And as we'll go back to that Conference 1 game from earlier, Massapequa has beat Farmingdale 28-3 to take first place in Conference 1.
Yeah, a huge story rivalry. Every year it feels like they're battling it out in Conference 1 for that championship. Both teams are very, very good. And yeah, 28-3 win by Massapequa.
And as we go back to the Mepham field, 3rd and 2 for this new Hyde Park team. We'll see what they want to do with around 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
They have their running quarterback in, Riddell. They're probably going to go for the QB power. Pirates have not been able to stop it so far. Takes the snap, runs it up the middle, gets the first down, and gets it to the 50-yard line. First down, New Hyde Park.
And despite a bit of a low snap there to the running player, Rinaldi, he's able to get that first down. Great play from him, able to go through that Mepham defensive line, setting the team up on the other side of the field for a change at the 49.
Yeah, that play continues to work. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if that's not broken, just keep doing it, and they're just gaining 5 yards.
Great play there from New Hyde Park. If they're able to get down the field, even with short plays, they will be able to set themselves up, maybe get some points on the board soon.
As takes the snap, rolling out for the left, then takes it, cuts it back up to the middle for a gain of 3.
We've seen this backfield of New Hyde Park, lots of power coming from that offense and running. We've seen guys like Lucas Rinaldi, Christopher Nodine, Brandon Rooney, Nick Borum. So many runs from this offense coming from that backfield and that unique formation of Wildcat, which we don't see too often from Mepham on the flip side besides Cloudman.
As they're putting in Borum here at quarterback, it seems like. I know they're keeping it in. Borum just took the play call here. Rinaldi still at quarterback here. Takes the snap, low snap, able to catch it and swarm. Pirates were able to get to them there, bringing up a 3rd and 7.
And that's going to be one of those times the Pirates can sniff the play out, able to hold them to 0 yardage on that run up the middle. The Pirates defensive line with a great play there. Looks like Notine or one of the other quarterbacks on this New Hyde Park team might have to go for a pass unless they have a good plan for the run.
Yeah, they've been able to consistently get about 5 to 7 yards each play. But Nutine is back in at quarterback, probably going to look for a pass with just under a minute to go here in this quarter.
And we'll see if he does go for a pass. We'll see if he can get one of the guys like Rooney who have been very crucial in this passing game so far as he takes the snap soon.
Nutine with the snap. It's a low snap, bobbles it at the ground, and he's going to be down. His knee hits the ground, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And if you don't know, if the quarterback has a knee down with the ball at any point in the field, no matter if he's been touched or not, that is automatically a dead ball. That will put them 4th and 7. Just not a good position for this New Hyde Park team. Forced to go back onto 4th down.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to go for it or not. It's about 4th and 14 here. Deciding what they want to do. They could go for it or they could punt it. It's very far if they go for it, especially for a team that has not had many explosive plays so far this game. 20 seconds to go. We'll see if they take the snap. Pirates are anticipating they go for it. 10 seconds to go. New Hyde Park's probably going to just run it down to the end of the quarter.
You know, Brandon, with the 4th and 13 in this game, I feel like they really should go for it. They are down pretty low. They do not have any points on the board.
End of the third quarter. Mepham Pirates 21, New Hyde Park Gladiators 0.
Thank you, Brandon and Sean, as I'm Lucas Pankar alongside
Dylan Wigdor.
And Dylan, what did we see outside in that third quarter there?
Yo, I mean, I've seen 2 touchdowns so far by Mepham. Mepham's offense really woke up in the second half. Hopefully that Gladiators offense can start getting rolling here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, speaking about that offense, big special teams plays there by Lucas Eagleston, and also a Chan with that rushing touchdown. coming up big for the Pirates to start that third quarter as that explosive play by Eagleston propelled them to getting that touchdown.
Yeah, Lucas Eagleston has had a great year so far. 4 touchdowns, 16 catches, and 225 yards on the year.
Yeah, Eagleston, one of the main receivers in that offense. And also on that defensive side of the ball, you saw Nate Green get that deep interception and bring it back for a big return. This offense looking impressive here for the Gladiators. Noti trying to come up big on 4th down.
Yeah, both defenses are looking exceptional this game, but Gladiators offense has to wake up if they want to have a chance here against Mepham in the 4th quarter.
New Hyde Park, as you said, they've got to wake up. This rushing attack has been impressive so far for this offense, but hopefully that passing game could work a little more and take them to new heights.
Absolutely. As the Gladiators are in the huddle and Mepham is walking out ready to start the 4th quarter here.
As obviously they flip sides going to the 4th. As the Gladiators walking back onto the field.
And talking about Nassau County, you know, Farmingdale and Massapequa, a big game. It was 28-3. Big matchup. Hopefully they can see each other in the playoffs.
Yeah, holding Josh Kama to not scoring a touchdown is huge.
Could not agree more. As Mepham is set, waiting on New Hyde Park.
It's the Gladiators talk it over in the huddle. Running the one running back set there with Borum and Noti in the backfield. Noti looking downfield, tries to find his man just over the head of Natalie.
As that was almost picked off by Nate Green, just a little short on that jump.
Almost getting his 2nd interception of the day for the Pirates, as that's going to go the way with Ehrlichman and this Pirates offense.
Yeah, Ehrlichman has been great this game so far, you know. JV starter last year, he has a very high ceiling. He's their starting quarterback, but they do have 2 others who are really great for this team.
Yeah, the sophomore quarterback doesn't have any touchdowns today, but has taken this offense to do great things.
Yeah, taking it to new levels.
Ehrlichman takes a snap. Rushing up the middle and gets taken down for a gain around 2 or 1.
Yeah. Luckily, he didn't lose any yards there.
Ehrlichman trying to step up huge for this team here as they're looking to win this game and close this game out here.
So, Lucas, what do you think? Do you think that they're going to be running the ball now, trying to burn the clock, or do you think they're going to try and keep passing it and score another touchdown?
I think for this offense, Chan has been huge so far for this Pirates offense. They did get a touchdown, which was also very impressive for him. Just keep with that running attack as you see Crocky and Chan both in the backfield. Hand it off to Chan. Chan goes up the middle, breaks one tackle, and he can't break another, but he's brought that around the 40-yard line.
Chan already has 1 touchdown. He's looking for another here.
Yeah, aggressive running.
Both running backs for this team do have a touchdown as Paulie Genovese and Lenny Achan.
Lenny Chan and Genovese both with touchdowns. This rushing game has been huge so far for the Pirates. Number 28 looking to add another one.
As you just saw that replay there.
Ehrlichman. Line up in shotgun with Lenny behind him. The Chan takes the handoff. Tries to go up the middle, but gets stonewalled by that Gladiator front.
That was like a brick wall right there, Lucas.
So this is going to be a first down by a Chan. Huge movement of the change there. With 10 minutes left to go here in the 4th.
See, this is what I'm talking about. One play can change the entire landscape of the game.
Yeah, great job there by Lenny. You saw Ehrlichman on that running play push the back of Lenny to get that first down.
So Ehrlichman ready for the snap.
Ehrlichman with the Chan in the backfield. Takes the toss off to Chan. Tries to get the edge. But great job there by Randall to get that tackle there.
Yeah, great job by Achan to not lose any yards. But great job by the Gladiators defense to not let him gain any.
As they've been out in a shotgun so far, a lot this time for Adam Ehrlichman.
Do you think we'll see any other QBs in for this Mepham Pirates?
A little short distance gain for Patrick Cloudman, maybe? You see that, the Russian quarterback? Been known for his legs.
When you need a run at QB, he's your guy.
You see Ehrlichman rolling out to his right, Tries to find Grizzard. Grizzard makes a move as he's chugging close in the middle of the field, and he's brought around the 15-yard line.
Ehrlichman to Brazad for a first down.
What a find there by Adam Ehrlichman to Grizzard. He has had a huge game so far.
Grizzard off kind of the makeshift screen there as Ehrlichman rolls right, and he gets the yards after catch.
On the 18-yard line.
He's one of Adam's favorite targets.
Ehrlichman again with a Chan in the backfield, also with Crocky. With 3 wide with McCabe, Eagleston, and Grizzard. Ehrlichman takes a snap, hands off to a Chan looking for another one as he aggressive running by 28, brings them to around the 10-yard line.
Chan, he fights for every single yard. Doesn't matter how short, how long, he fights for everything. And now they are in deep territory.
A Chan again. Looking for the second touchdown of the day. Trying to fight, but he can't get it there for a gain around 2.
Mepham tried to snap it very quickly and caught them off guard there a little bit.
That's a Pirate first down. That's going to be movement of the chains. First and goal here.
We've got first and goal at the
Around the 7-yard line. See if a Chan can push in another touchdown here for a second one of the day. Ehrlichman rolling out to his left. Tries to find Eagleston, and Eagleston dropped it.
Yeah, Lucas just couldn't hold on to that pass off his fingertips. Great throw by Adam Ehrlichman there, looking for the touchdown there.
Here on second down for the Pirates.
As we would like you to check out Film Fest on the BMB YouTube channel. Film Fest, this month's filled with air featuring the work of students in BMB that were tasked with creating a 9-shot film. Maybe I'll see my work on there. Maybe yours also.
Yeah, maybe. As Ehrlichman now with 2nd and 7 to go here.
This is the guy you want in this situation, though. Adam Ehrlichman, very clutch.
Out of the shotgun. McCabe in motion with the double fake handoff, and Eagleston tries to find the edge, but he's brought down by number 44 for the Gladiators, Joey Tetz.
Joey really had a great stop there on defense. As we see a replay of Lucas Eagleston trying to get by the Gladiators, but just could not get there.
As you saw in that replay, you saw that fake handoff to McCabe in motion, fake handoff to a Chan, and then lastly giving it to Eagleston on the jet sweep.
And it is 3rd and 7 here on the 7-yard line. Mepham trying to punch it in to the end zone to make it 27 to 21 or 0.
Dropping back. Looking to roll out to the right and run. Try to find Crocky, the big man. And that's going to be incomplete.
Adam got pressured there by the defense on the D-line there.
And that's going to bring out Bayer and the kicking team.
As we see a replay here by Adam rolling out, but that is great defense there by the Gladiators on Mepham's wide receiver and running back, Crocky.
Great job there by Crocky, the big body tight end. As Bayer coming here for the field goal to make this lead 24-0. See if he can do it.
Yeah, Mepham usually has full trust in their kickers.
Yeah, Bayer, one of the best kickers in the county.
He's gotten better every year.
Bayer
very confident.
Drills it right between the uprights.
Ryan Baer kicks the field
That's going to take
goal.
this Pirates lead to more. And this is desperation time here for the new Hyde Park Gladiators.
The job is not finished, though, yet for Mepham. Mepham is still in control of this game, but the Gladiators still have a chance. If the clock is still running, you always have a chance.
You've just seen dominant fashion by this Pirates offense and defense to will them down this field late in the game. This Pirates defense looking for their 4th shutout of the year.
As they are ready to kick it off.
That's going to be a different kicker there. Eamon O'Connell. O'Connell looking to boot it away.
Eamon O'Connell with the kickoff.
That's returned there by the Gladiators. And he's swarmed down there by Genovese.
Swarmed there by black jerseys of the Mepham Pirates. Mepham's defense has been elite this game, Lucas.
Yes, elite this game, as we've seen many times. Also, the special teams got a shout on that block field goal to limit this shutout and recovered by Nate Green.
Yeah, awesome plays by Mepham today. As they are controlling this game 24-0 with about 7 minutes left in the game.
Green is looking for a pirate of the game performance there with the interception in this third quarter, and also getting the recovery on the block field goal. Here we go, Noti trying to will this Gladiators to maybe put some points on the board.
As we see the Gladiators ready for the snap.
The one running back set. Noti tries to find Rydell, and he can't get it. That's gonna be tackled there by Shockey Davidoff.
Great run after tried to tackle there. As we still see Notine in for the Gladiators.
That replay there. Shockey alongside Grizzard and Quilty, gang tackling there by the Pirates. You've seen a lot of plays for this Gladiators team go to the second level, but nothing before that. Limiting the explosive plays has been huge for the Pirates so far.
You're absolutely right, Lucas. Mepham has been elite here on defense. Looking to continue that here as it is 2nd and 5.
Noti dropping back. Trying to find Rooney. He can't find his man as he rolls out to the left. That's almost thrown out of bounds there, almost intercepted by Gaskin.
Yeah, that could have been another interception there by the Mepham Pirates. Tyler Gaskin, he caught the game-sealing interception versus MacArthur 2 weeks ago.
Gaskin also the man with the homecoming interception to steal the game versus MacArthur. You see in that replay there, Noti is trying to roll out right. That's blocked out of bounds by Gaskin.
Yeah, that's great coverage there by Gaskin and the Mepham Pirates.
3rd and 5 here to go. This Gladiators trying to make a last-ditch effort.
So, Lucas, what do you think? Down 24-0, do you think they go for it if they're stopped here on 3rd down?
Yeah, for this Gladiators team, it's desperation time, as I said before. You're trying. I think it's moral victories here. Trying to play for a touchdown. As Noti, the backfield by himself, drops back, looking for a man down the field. Tries to find his man, number 7, Magdal, and he's tackled there by Quilty and Davidoff.
As it looks like it will be a 1st down.
Number 1 and 44, the linebacker duo. Great job there by the Gladiators to get the 1st down. Keeping this drive alive with 6 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, way to keep the drive alive there. As we see a replay of a nice throw and a nice grab there by the Gladiators to get the 1st down.
Noti dropping back. Finds his man, Maglory. That's going to be tackled there by the Pirates for a gain about 5 yards.
Yeah, nice gain there by the Gladiators. As that is McGlory, as you said, 18 attempts, 210 yards on the year.
Trying to find an offensive attack, trying to find an offensive identity for this Gladiators is going to be huge going throughout the season.
Yeah, they're still looking for their identity, as you just said, for this game. You know, no points on the scoreboard, but their defense has been a little bit great this season.
You saw them come out in that wildcat formation early in the game, looking more in the passing-heavy set, obviously, as they're down 24. Noti trying to find his man. That's picked off. Braden Kehoe coming up huge for the Pirates, number 12. And that's going to go the other way for the Pirates offense.
Man, I've seen so many great defensive plays this game. Can't you agree?
This Pirates defense, one of the best in the county, absolutely elite. Stopping there, 2 interceptions so far, as you saw in that replay. Kehoe comes up huge, reading the eyes of Noti, and takes the ball away.
Yeah, he read that like a book.
As you're going to see Patrick Cloudman here instead of Ehrlichman, the running crew quarterback. You're going to see Davidoff and Genovese both in the backfield with Crocky in motion.
Yeah, it's 90 yards on the year, 4 touchdowns.
That's going to be blown dead there by the Gladiators.
It is a timeout here.
Yeah, and for the Pirates here, it's obviously looking to run the ball, looking to rush this clock out. What do you see out of this, Dylan?
So I see how I feel like the Mepham Pirates are going to be showing. That's why they brought in their QB, the runner. I feel like they're going to be trying to burn the clock and get this game out of sight.
Yes, this is a dominant performance by this Pirates offense and defense.
I could not agree more. This offense and defense for Mepham, the coaches must be thrilled with how they're playing.
Mazika, great, well-coached team.
As a defensive coordinator, Campy is going crazy on the sideline.
Him in his pink suit for Breast Cancer Awareness Day.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me, month. See Cloudman here. Takes the direct snap. Rushing it. And that's going to be about a gain for 10 yards. First, that's going to be second down and 9. Sorry, second down and 1, excuse me.
Gain of 9 yards there by the runner of a QB.
Patrick Cloudman with the speed option. Sticking with the same running back duo in Shockey and Genovese.
As there is 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. Mepham up 24. Gladiators 0.
Cloudman with Crockett in motion. Takes a snap. That's Genovese. Looking for a power run there for about 4 yards. A little pushing and shoving after by the Gladiators and the Pirates.
Yeah, Pauline Genovese had a touchdown, a 9-yard touchdown in this game.
Yeah, great job by both these running backs, at Chan and Genovese, getting touchdowns. Also, you can't speak about this Pirates team without the defense to be brought up so many times. 2 interceptions with Kehoe, as we just saw, and Nate Green.
I don't think we could talk about how great this team is for the defense.
Cloudman, hands off to Genovese. Genovese trying to find the edge. That's Genovese tackled there by number 6, Rocco Natali.
At around the 32-yard line, Mepham's getting close to that touchdown again.
It's going to be 2nd and 4 here for the Pirates as they're just looking to burn the clock.
As we see a replay here from the run of Pauline Genovese.
And for this Pirates team, Dylan, you obviously come off that loss last week to Garden City, looking to bounce back in this game as they did. And for the rest of the season, it's going to be huge as they're going to probably most likely face Garden City in the playoffs. That's Genovese.
Yeah, I feel like as well as Garden City did against Mepham, I feel like Mepham can really bounce back in the playoffs. Playoffs brings out different characters, and characters for this team are well needed.
That's Genovese for a first down there.
Gladiators.
Timeout Gladiators, as we're talking about Garden City. Also Garden City 44-7 last week. Not the best performance as they were away. And a domination win by Garden City. You're most likely going to verse in the playoffs. What would you think you would do differently for the Pirates team?
Well, of course, you got to study the film. Absolutely. You got to know how they play, what their defense is, how their offense is run by their quarterback. But guess what? Now you know how they play. Now you know how they play against you. I feel like you're going to bounce back. And if you guys play in the playoffs, it's going to be a very close game.
Garden City, who dominated the Long Island football scene for many years, 5 years, has not lost a game in 57 games, 57-0. For the Pirates, trying to bounce back in the playoffs maybe, or even in the future.
Yeah, speaking about the Pirates, that loss against Garden City, this is the way you bounce back. 24-0, no points allowed on defense. That's the way you bounce back.
As I said before, this is their 4th shutout of the year for the Pirates offense, and you're going to see the new quarterback, the senior Ryan Radicone.
Ryan Radicone comes into the game, stepped up as a leader. He's a hard worker and has good precision with his arm.
They're going to run the second team out there. That's handoff to O'Connell. O'Connell with a power run there, fighting for his yards. And that's going to be blown dead there around the 15-yard line.
As it looked like it was a gain of around 7.
And that's Radicone, the senior quarterback leader, the captain of this football team. Ryan Radicone motioning O'Connell to the side. As he looking to take the snap there. Trying to get that play over. Mancini and Radicone talking it over. Radicone takes a snap. Hand off to O'Connell. And O'Connell looking to maybe score again. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Pirates. Just putting on more points.
O'Connell, number 33.
Eamon O'Connell gets another touchdown.
That's going to be 30 to
the
0. And with the extra point, 31 to 0. A dominant performance out of both sides of the ball.
As we see a replay here of that great run by Eamon O'Connell, the running back, junior running back there.
The junior running back. Great job there by O'Connell. That's going to be Bayer. Put the extra point on the board.
You know, one of the Mepham's keys to the game was just keep going. As we can see on the score, they really did just keep going.
Yeah, it's been a dominant win, as I said before. And Bayer puts it right to the uprights. That's going to be a 31 to 0 lead for the Pirates with 2:05 left to go here in the fourth.
And not to just keep talking about the Pirates, but one of the last key to this game was have a strong defense. No points scored. I feel like that key to the game was a success.
This Pirates defense, one of the best on Long Island.
I could not agree more. And talking about both teams, New Hyde Park, one of their keys to the game was to protect the football. They have been doing that, but they have been throwing some sloppy plays as interceptions have been piling up.
O'Connell, the man who just scored the touchdown, looking to boot it away. As the Gladiators come back on the field. And if you're Notesy here, what are you saying to your guys in the huddle? What are you trying to say? What are you saying to get these guys pumped up?
I mean, you just got to go one play at a time. That's all you can really do. And you got to keep your head up. It's one game.
This might be a demoralizing victory here for the Gladiators. As he boots it away. And that's a gang tackle there by the Pirates, and he breaks it free. And there he goes. And he's tackled there by the kicker. Sorry, excuse me. He's tackled there by number 18, Andrew Fleming.
As that was Kingston Hull, the junior wide receiver, with that great return.
Kingston Hugh broke the tackle, broke out of that big skirmish there. And he brings out a good return here for the Gladiators.
Yeah, the Gladiators here. Let's see how they come out. A minute and 58 left in the game. Hopefully they can get something on the board.
And you see that second string defense there for the Pirates. Sorry, excuse me. That's going to be a second string offense there for the Gladiators too, as that's number 14, Hunter Norwatz, coming out here for the quarterback, the junior. And that's going to be a replay of the return there. We saw a big pile up, and then you see one man break free. That's a good return there.
Yeah, that's just a great return there by the Gladiators. As ready for the snap.
Nice. Handoff to number 6, Natali, as he's power running there for about 9.
That's a 9-yard carry.
2nd and 1 here for the Gladiators around midfield.
Great job there by Rocco Natali. Yeah, and again, just a huge win by the Pirates against these Gladiators. Gladiators try to make something big, maybe put some points on the board before you close this game out here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I could not agree more. A minute 30 left in the game, 2nd and 1. Clock is rolling.
Just looking to run this clock out maybe for the Gladiators and get this game over with.
Low snap.
It's going to be a quarterback run, and he's brought down there by number 87, Brett McGovern. BMB's very own.
BMB's very own Brett McGovern is correct.
First down to New Hyde Park. Cross midfield.
The junior defensive end.
As we have 1 minute left in the game. Clock is rolling. Doesn't look like the Gladiators are rushing to call a play.
With 50 seconds left here on the clock. That's Narkowitz lined up by himself in the backfield. Motioned out there by number 30. That's going to be the jet sweep. He's looking to take the edge, and he's knocked out of bounds there.
So that's a big hit there by Mepham.
Did not make it to the sideline, so the clock is running. It's 2nd down and 10.
Clock is still running there with 20 seconds left here, and This game's looking like it's going to end here in the fourth quarter. 31-0 for the Pirates. Going up with a 5-1 record after this game, and the Gladiators dropping to 2-4.
Yeah, dominating win by the Mepham Pirates. As hold on, they might get one playoff. As they do get one playoff, it is going to be a run.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Game
That's
is
the game
over.
there. And the Pirates get a huge victory for the Pirates.
Mepham Pirates 31, New Hyde Park 0. We will see you next Saturday.
The Pirates win it again, 31-0 in a domination-style victory as they shake hands.
As the Yankees say, the Mepham Pirates win.
Pirates get another win as they're going to go 5-1 with a 4-1 conference record.
Mepham Pirates are really looking forward to these playoffs. They really have a very strong team, Lucas.
Pirates looking as the 2 seed behind Garden City. They lost 44-7 last week. Trying to come back. And for this Gladiators team, it's important for them to keep their heads up with the quarterback Noti. It's important for them to not get demoralized by this loss. Maybe make a push late for the playoffs.
Yeah, the Gladiators should not be disappointed. They had a great game, but Mepham just battled really hard and got the win.
This defense was very impressive for the Pirates, as we said multiple times throughout this broadcast. Pirates, the great victory there. You see for the Gladiators, trying to keep this up. Going into their next game, as they won last week, very on and off victories.
As I have been Dylan Wigdor alongside Lucas Pangankar, sending it down.
And it's been a great job by the Pirates.
Yeah, I'm born ready. Thanks, guys. I'm here with the BMB player of the game, Lenny Chan. So today you scored the 3rd touchdown for the win for the Pirates. What does this bounce-back win mean for your team?
What?
What does this bounce-back win for your team mean?
It was great. You know, last week we didn't play our best game against a really good team. This week we made a statement in the conference that the 2 seed's not open for grabs.
All right. So there's a really strong bond between this team. What does this team mean to you for this year?
I love these boys. I've been playing with a lot of them since I was in 7th grade. Since birth. No, I love them, though. Last year, the year before, and even this year, we've had great camaraderie, so all respect to the boys.
Well, congrats on your win, guys. And I'm Haley Gardner. Back to you guys in the studio.
Very nice game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm Nikki Saracini, and I agree with that. I think both teams put up a great fight, and the Pirates ended up with the win, but I do feel like New Hyde Park had they did what they could.
Yeah, both teams battled it out pretty well. 31-0, but it was 7-0 going into that second half, so both teams were able to battle to start that game.
Yeah, definitely, and the Pirates just kept pushing and they kept doing what they have been doing this season, and especially going into the playoffs pretty soon with 2 games left. This is huge for them, as it's going to boost their confidence and get their momentum just started back up again.
Yeah, they were coming off a pretty rough loss to Garden City last week, so being able to pick up from that was very nice. You also had a very good touchdown to start the 3rd quarter by Lucas Eagleson, able to drive that kick return touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. That was huge. And, all of the seniors coming together for their senior game, but it really was an effort by each and every one of those players on the field.
Yeah, it was a total team effort right there. Genovese touchdown, O'Connell touchdown, and Achan, the player of the game, had the touchdowns.
Yeah, some junior leaders there and seniors, just really bringing in, what they've been practicing for and putting that effort into the game.
Yeah, both teams played very hard, played their hearts out that game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for our B&B Game of the Week. I'm Brandon Catalina.
And I'm Nikki Saracini, and make sure that you tune in on Monday for boys volleyball.